Hello. I'm bored, so I wanted to do something, and I'm glad that my mask still fits. I really have nothing to do.
Moving up and down again. Men, 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 men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war. Count,
Here is my
count,
kitten,
count,
Smokey.
count the
She
bullets
normally
in the
listens to everything I
bandolier.
say, but when I pick her up,
Your
she
eyes
doesn't like
drop,
it.
they will get the top of you. Boom, boom,
Say hi to the camera.
boom, moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war.
She's my baby,
Can
but she's a brat.
out from the thirst and weariness, but not
God
the
damn it, there's
comic
hair
light of
everywhere.
them. Boom,
Okay,
boom, boom, boom,
she got free.
moving up and
Okay.
down again. There's no
I
discharge
really
in the
have
war.
nothing to do.
Ain't so bad by
Oh,
day because
holy
the
shit, I
company,
still have my dream
but
catcher.
night brings
Okay,
long strings of 40,000 million boots. Boom,
I like this mask.
boom,
This is a
moving
mask
up
that
and down
says,
again. There's no discharge in the war. I have marched to Helen certified. Is not fire. Devils dark are anything but boom, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Try to think of something different. Oh,
my great God, he's going lunatic. I've been listening to this music for the past fucking half hour.
In the war.
I'm insane.
We have put
Uh,
slogging over
I'm bored, so I'm
Africa.
gonna read something.
Put, slogging over Africa.
Here we go.
Moving up and down again.
Never
There's
find
no
exactly.
discharge in the war.
Okay.
7, 6, 11, 5.
I'm going to read a little poem. Oh, fuck. My kitten. I'm bleeding. Oh well. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, any separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books a cease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here, forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, then so gently you came tapping at my chamber door. And so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I was scarce sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortals ever did to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, something louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mine of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore, "Though thou crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marvelled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven sitting lonely on that placid bust spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of never, nevermore." But the raven still beguiling all my sad soul into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushion in front of bird and bust and door, then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking "Nevermore." This I sat, engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat dividing, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er she shall press, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tough floor. "Wretch," I cried, "thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, respite, and repent from thee thy memories of Lenore. Quoth, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still of bird or devil, whether tempest set or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still of bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend," I shrieked, upstarting, "get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black bloom as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quiet above the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplit over him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven.